Are you in your 20s making money but you still don't know where it's going to? Or by the end of the month you're always broke? Well, in this video I'm going to be sharing you some simple but powerful tips to help you manage your money and start saving, even in Nigeria where things feel very expensive. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Wendy here. In this channel, I share tips on faith, finances, personal growth, and relationship. And if that's something you're interested in, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and also share for whoever it might be helpful to. I'm going to be sharing some powerful but very simple tips that you can start right now and you will begin to see a change in your finances. The first tip I'll be sharing is to track your spending. Every amount that goes out and every amount that comes in, you should make sure you keep track of it, because knowing where your money goes to will help you know what to cut on. And after you have tracked your spendings, the second thing to do is create a budget that works for you based on what you earn monthly or and whatever extra income, whether it's from gifts or whatever that comes in. Create a budget that works for you. Make sure that you are put in your basic needs, and also make sure that you create a budget for any emergency that might come up, because you do not want to spend the money you need for maybe your rent or something trying to solve an emergency. So make sure you create a budget that works for you, and make sure that you stick to this budget every month. So immediately as your money comes in, make sure that you put the money in the different places where it needs to be before anything happens, so you're not tempted to spend all the money trying to solve issues. The third tip I'll be sharing is to save first and spend later. And if you remember in our Babylonian Wealth series in part 1, where it says start your purse to fattening, we saw that when you keep away 10% of your income, you are gradually starting your purse. You're making your purse or your wallet or whatever your money grow, and you will still be able to handle whatever issue it is you want to handle. You keeping 10% will not stop you from handling what you need to do. So if you have not watched that series, I will put the link in the description so you can go and binge watch the whole Babylonian Wealth series, and I'm sure it will help you out. The fourth tip is to cut any leaks. Cut any impulse spending, whether it's on snacks, on shopping, or you just see something you like it. If you had not planned for it beforehand, cut it. And also, if you want to buy something, ask yourself, this money I want to spend now, do I have more than times 10 of it? If you don't have more than times 10 of it, maybe that is not the right time to buy that thing. You don't have to buy every single thing that is trending or do everything that is trending at that point, because if you are following trends, you will not be able to have money at the end of the month or even save for anything. So make sure you cut any leaks that are slowly draining your money and reducing your finances. The fifth tip is to automate your savings, and the app I'll be recommending for this is Piggyvest. There are other apps that you can use or do your research and know what works for you. You can also use Carrywise for your savings. You can use Optimus for your savings, or just make sure that you use whatever app that works for you. But for this video, I'll be sticking to Piggyvest. And why I like Piggyvest is because it's a savings platform where they have different plans for different purposes, and the app is secured by the SEC, and it is a very, very safe app, because you know that your money is safe, that no matter what happens, your capital, whatever amount you put, is safe. And that is why I also like it, because it generates interest daily. So like no matter which plan you use, it generates an interest for you. So there are different plans that you can use for that. There's the piggy bank, there's the target savings, there's the flex wallet, there's the flex dollar, there's the safe lock option, and there's also the house money option. I don't really use the house money option, so I will not really go in depth into it. But house money is for like your rent. So if you want to save towards your rent, like maybe you pay rent yearly, you can save towards it ahead. So you can use that option for that. Then for the flex wallet, it is more for emergency fund that you want to remove easily, like you want to access easily, but you also still want it to generate interest for you, because as I said, every option generates interest daily. So this flex wallet is very simple. You have your own account number. They will create an account number for you for that flex wallet, so you can transfer directly to your flex wallet. But if anybody is sending money to you, you can tell them to send it directly to that account, and it will be there until you need to touch it. And why I like it is because the flex wallet is, I think, 14%. So, and if you want to get your interest, you can only withdraw at least 4 times a month. But if you withdraw more than 4 times a month, whatever interest you have gotten for that month will be forfeited. So this helps build discipline, and you can use it for anytime anybody wants to send money that you know you don't really need at that particular moment, but you still want to be able to access it. So you can just give them your Flex Wallet account and they can send it there. Then there's the piggy bank, which most people use to automate their savings, because you can automate your savings to be daily, weekly, or monthly, however you want it to be. You can, even if you want to put money manually, you can put money manually. So it is, the interest rate is 18% per annum, and for this piggy bank you can only withdraw for free every 3 months. That's every 90 days, because if you try to withdraw before your next withdrawal date, you will have to pay a 3.5% breakage fee. That means whatever amount you are withdrawing, you will pay 3.5%. So just take note of that. Is it worth you moving your money anyhow and your money is going in? So you're losing the interest and you're also paying a breakage fee. That's when you use piggy bank. So this is a very good option when you want to build discipline, and you can automate this. That if you save 1,000 every week, if you automate it for every week, 1,000 is leaving your account into your piggy bank. You'll see by the end of the year you have saved 52,000 without you even doing anything. And I'm sure that is nothing, because most of us, we pay subscriptions, we pay for Netflix, we pay for Spotify and all this stuff. So how much is 1,000? That it would be too much for you. So just like how they take money for all these your other subscriptions, you can also automate your piggy bank. Be taking money every month, and that will help you build discipline and to save money effortlessly without you doing anything. Then there's the safe lock, and this option is for you to save. You can safe lock your money for a period of 10 months, if I'm correct, if I remember correctly, 10 months to 2+ years, and the interest rate is from 14% to 21%. So there are two options for this. You can either get your money paid back to you upfront, like your interest paid to you upfront, or you wait for the maturity date to get both your capital and your interest. And this is a very good plan if you want to save large amounts of money that you don't want to use in, like maybe you are saving towards a building project or towards your rent, or any large amount of money you just want to let it stay there and be getting interest, and you don't want anything that will make touch it. You can use that option. You can also use the target savings to save towards whether building, planning a vacation, whether planning for a December hangout, or whatever option you want. And I think target savings is also 14% per annum. So you can use this to save towards specific goals. And one thing you should know, that when you start a goal and you set an amount, let's say you want to save 500k from now to December, and if you do not reach the target, when the maturity date comes, you will lose all the interest that you have gotten between now and that time. So this will help you to stick to goal. But if you don't want to lose your interest, there's a way you can do it. You can do by extending your withdrawal date. So instead of December, you can maybe extend it to maybe January if you are able to complete the target by that January, or whenever you're able to complete it. So you extend, so it will keep generating more interest, and you'll be able to complete your target savings and get your money plus interest paid to you back. And all the interest that has been gotten daily, whether from your piggy bank and your Flex Wallet, they will be paid to your Flex Wallet at the end of the month. So even when your target and your safe lock expires, the interest will also be paid to your target. So why I really love this app is because it helps build discipline with savings. You can automate your savings, and it will not be so bothering. Oh, did I save this month? Did I not save this month? Because the app is doing that for you automatically, and you are getting interest and your money going. As a beginner, even in Nigeria, when you want to start your saving journey, I believe Piggyvest is a very good option to start with. And I'll put a link in the description box so that you can get started with Piggyvest. And I'm sure like when you start, you will be happy that you actually started, because you'll be able to save more, and you will not always be broke at the end of the month, because you know that you had a saving. You know you have something to fall back to no matter what happens. So that's all for this video. Which of the tips do you already practice? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and if you want to learn how to start investing with as little as 1,000, I'll put the link to the video I made on how to invest in mutual funds also in the description. So don't forget to go and watch that video, and also use the link in the description to get started. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.